And then you have the dark to light intuition, the bright red thinking, the sensation, the green sensation, the harmony, the feeling, the blue feeling. I'm feeling blue. Are you blue? Oh, don't ask me if I'm blue. This pain in my heart, John, these tears in my eyes telling you. But like, I'm feeling this, why can't you see it? How come you don't know it? We pull into our own feelings. It's a process of going within our own, we're pulling into our own lake, our own depth. And every day, every month, we put something out, we take it in, we get a reaction, we back off. We put out, and if we get hurt too much, we don't want to put out the next time. I love you. You don't love me. Oh, I'm so hurt. I'm free to say I love you. Like it can come like that. But that's imposing a fear and a result on this, sorry, on the ICMC, on the inner motivation and the outer integrity. So yeah, many people in political careers are out accomplishing great things, but they don't have to have integrity. So they have affairs, they have things at a conference. Who's gonna know? What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. But really, you have to live with that. If someone's having an affair and they're sleeping with two people, they're only giving 50% to each person, if that, and it's going to affect their integrity. Sooner or later, that's not going to work to give them their security. Give security, they'll have a problem. At the same time, if someone's so into themselves, they don't have any relationship, it's not going to become more functional. Everything spins this. We're looking at these basic quadrants, basic categories, but it's spinning, vibrant life. It's moving around, spinning. Every type of experience can be put into this, and as soon as you get a focus on a specific type, a kid with a special type of problem, an adult with a certain block or something, someone's had a big accident, what are you going to do? How are you going to rebuild? You put it on here in the wheel, and suddenly you get ideas. Oh, they're in this phase, they're coming into this next phase. Where is it going? So the whole of learning the character of what you have from your natal chart, what you start with, what's your biases, and then learning how the world changes around to affect these changes in these things, to challenge these things, and then in the progressions, learning how you develop from one phase to the next, and which ones are your processes that you're meant to deal with spiritually in your life. Wow, you're learning how to navigate and work with this information to see our development, how we're supposed to grow and live our life, and make it a little bit more colorful. So here we go, we divide it up again from the intuitive motivation, deep dark, the intuitive identity, for more crimson, self-conscious thinking, more red, and more impulsive. So self-conscious thinking could be a lack of self-conscious thinking, the worry as opposed to the thinking. The motivational thinking is red to orange, the motivational sensitivity is amber to green. Well, all the way through the sensation, amber to green, then you have motivational sensitivity, relationship sensitivity. It fits to the trigrams, the colors to the trigrams too. So even in I Ching, the color, most of the I Ching is always written black and white. It hadn't really worked to get it to fit the colors. So when it came to astrology, I had visions that kept me awake for days, months, seeing how the color and the yin and yang and all these things fit together, how it fit to astrology. I didn't even know astrology at the time. But I got inspired. So you can take this, if you're going to take iridology, you can take the eyeball. You take the left or right eyeball. Well, the right eye is the sun of the man, and the left eye is the moon of the man. The right eye is the moon of the woman, and the right eye is the sun of the woman. So we're looking sun to sun, moon to sun to sun, moon to moon. Yeah. So the but in iridology, you could take and divine where the points are, where the marks are, where the blotches are, where the spots are in your eye, and already in iridology they see how that affects parts of your body and various things. This puts it into a much clearer perspective and a very usable factor. So then when you get to when you want to take this farther, you put it to optical character recognition. Computers taking pictures of your eye, they can relate it to this kind of database and see where you're coming from. Whoa, it gets almost spooky, but there's too much information to watch that for everybody. Impossible. To watch it for yourself is a privilege. You're lucky to find out about it. Okay, so now when it comes through, we've got the numbers going this way, going counting counterclockwise, but We have cause, effect, result from blue to crimson, from red to orange, from amber to green, from green to blue. These are the evolutions of the color spectrum as they go along. And we have the causal reflective around it. So now, let's take it to the next one. This is the last slide, I think. Yes, this is the one I wanted to get to on both charts. This was the original one I had. It just put the signs of the zodiac to the houses. Well, we're used to putting the signs of the zodiac. We don't need to look at the black and white one just yet. It had the color and the symbols, but it still has it here. This will replace it. But when you put the zodiac to the houses, the zodiac is going in the other direction. So when you reverse the zodiac in the houses, Aries is the red, Taurus is the red-orange, Gemini is the orange. That's going from the 12th house, Aries, 11th house, Taurus, 10th house, Gemini, the choices of things we can do and what you know. If you're going to relate the signs, I try and keep them simple. But if you're going to relate them, they change. They align in this, one spiraling the other way. So here's looking like the zodiac's going the reverse way. It is when you put it, if you're trying to relate it to zodiac, if you're trying to make associations to which sign is most effective for it. So there you see the Aries in the 12th house and the Mars in the 12th house being the place where so many athletes have their strength from the Gogolin sectors and from the Gogolin's research. This has been changing astrology radically in the last 40 years. But they didn't know, and they still haven't really associated. They just call it the Gogolin sectors. They don't realize this is all set up in the diurnal houses. And you can see it. Cancer is the 9th house. The understanding is based on home, family, on your place in things. The 8th house, the use of joint resources, is Leo. You know, play with our money. Use it to get the best car, to get the best house, whatever. The Virgo is the relationship, the 7th house, mercurial element, guiding the pride over joint resources, the thinking over who's doing what or who's communicating to. The Virgo, the critical side, is the relationship. The Libra is the 6th house response, the ability to respond to other people. The respond feeling, that's the causal point. That's the Libra, it goes below, that's the green. The Scorpio ends up being in the sexual and the performance side of things based on your response. Up or not. Well, like there you are, Scorpio. Trustworthy performance or not. Depends on your response to others. If you have someone trustworthy, if you're being trustworthy, oh, that feeling will get respected and get good feedback. If you're not being, you're not going to get good feedback, which is going to make you more sarcastic and less capable of performing. And that will develop in a certain understanding of what security, where you just want to hide away, you want to travel on. The Sag is watching over the 4th house. That's the understanding of one's motives or one's security. So it takes a while, this grows on you. But when you start seeing it, how to use it and work it around a chart is really important. Coming from your IC, from your motivation, the first intuitions and motivations are very cautious, very careful. You don't talk about them, you feel them, your instinct. You hoard them around, you doubt them, you work on them. You're cautious about the things you intuit to begin with. And that caution affects how you use your resources, how you spend. It's still Aquarius, there's knowledgeable ways to expend, but it's the effect, how to affect things with your resources, a cautious thing. Saturn mode, it's a cautious effect. And that, if you do these 2 stages, it will build up. The ascendant is the Pisces, the result. And there's so many different identities, there's so many different results on personal motivation. So in most of astrology, the ascendant is the first house you project everything. Oh, wait a second, this is saying your identity is the result of your motives and where you're coming from. What you project is the 12th house, what's going out, but where you're coming from, the you that's going to look in the mirror, that you, that's the Pisces part. That's complicated. So many different ways you can be, so many different clothes to wear, so many different faces to prepare to meet the faces you're going to meet. Okay, this is a whole new kettle of fish to consider. And it just, in my work, it proves very useful. So I'm It's really shown in the house custodies. The IC is pushing the third house. Your common sense is based on what your motivation. You're based on your motivation and where you're coming from, and your identity is a result of that. And then you come out of your poor house or your good house or your bad place. You come out with your beliefs, and they get projected out into the world. And if you're coming from a very rich place, but you're going to a poor school, it's going to show. If you come from a very poor place or in a rich school, you're going to see it. Same with jobs, same with things. How do you know who you are and how you put your stuff together? Suppose you're saved from a war in Syria, and suddenly you got flown away. Someone's going to save you, but they flew you to Canada. You've never even seen snow before, and suddenly your identity is here, coming from a desert mentality, and you're having to go to school with clothes. You have no sense of style or fashion for your clothes that you're going to wear to go to school or work. You have a puzzle, and yet you're still having to go out and do things. And some are helping, some people are helping, some people aren't, but it's still, you can see the puzzle of that. Our identity is a puzzle, has a Piscean theme to it. It's to have belief or to have faith is a strong thing. To get complicated, it doesn't necessarily do it. It can diminish the thoughts you're projecting.